In this video, I'm going to teach you how to create some columns and draw grid lines. Now, the set of drawings that we have is, the AutoCAD version is really beautiful and detailed in a lot of ways, but it doesn't have all the information that we need in order to truly determine sort of where grid lines need to be and where columns need to be. But the good news is that this isn't really the purview of an interior designer anyway. So all I'm going to do is just show you how to draw these columns and some grid lines. And that way, at least they're there and you're familiar with, how to draw them and even what they are if you see them on a Revit file that you encounter in the future. So what we're going to do is begin by thinking that these are little columns here. And so I'm going to start with a detail line that indicates the width of these. And so we're going to imagine on our plan that there's one set here and another set here. Now keep in mind, what we're looking at here is what's happening on the second floor. So we're going to incorporate these columns and move them around a bit once we build this next piece. But for right now, as I've told you before, we're just going to go ahead and do a placeholder. Now, I am going to measure the width of these because we're going to likely need to edit a type in a moment. So these columns are going to be 8 feet wide, and they're short. They start at this level right here, which if we go look at our section, they start at level 5, and they are offset from that level. Let's measure how tall they are. They go from here, and it's really, we do not have enough information to truly indicate what's actually happening here with this little guy. But we could say that these all are, well, let's say that they're this tall here. We can say that they're 5 feet tall. So they're starting at level 5 and they're offset 5 feet. So let's go ahead and take a look at this floor plan here. I'm going to put one column here, another one here, and then two more here. Okay, so let's go to architecture column, and I'm going to go with an architectural column here. Let's see what other types we have. They're all squares. We're going to have to edit a type regardless. And notice there's nothing exciting with this column. It's just a plain old column. So we'll have to fancy it up a little bit later. But let's go ahead and let's do edit type, duplicate, and we're going to change the label for this to be an 8x8. Hit OK. And then for the depth, I'm going to change that to 8, width to 8. Now, we may have to adjust the height a little bit once we get it placed. Let's take a look and see what happens when we place this little guy. All right, so we'll go ahead and place one here, and I'm going to move it. And I'm going to copy it again here. Okay. And then we'll go ahead and mirror these. Actually, we can't because I don't have the midpoint. So we'll just go ahead and copy them. And let's go ahead and just put them right there. Okay, you may be thinking that these are those columns, but those are actually these things right here. Okay, so now let's take a look at these and see where they're located. So we might have to adjust their levels a bit. And I'm holding down the control button to grab them all at the same time. Okay, and where do they start? Okay, they're starting at level 1, so we need to bring them up to level 5. And we want the top level to be, I don't know what's going to happen when they go to level 6. We'll have to take a look and see. We may have to shorten them. Let's hit apply. And let's take a look and see what they're doing in section. Okay, we can't see them here. Why can't we see them? Well, it's because our section tag is probably not hitting them in the right spot. Let's go take a look and see where our section tag is. Oh yeah, see? Our section cut right here is cutting through right there and looking all the way here. So if you can't see something in section, it may be because your section tag's in the wrong spot. So we can either move this or create a new one. It's no problem either way. Let's go ahead and see them now. Okay, there's our little guys. So these columns may not let us cut them off short. They may need to connect to a level. Let's see. Oh, look at that. So we were able to grab them all. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab them all in a 3D view. Ah, let's see if I moved them up or brought them too low. Funny. Okay, let's go ahead and undo that. And what we need to do instead is create another level. So what we'll do is I'm going to go back to this section and I'm going to add a new level that's right here. And it's going to be 5 feet, remember? Right here. And what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to rename these so that it goes from level 6 all the way up to level 7. So that's not going to change anything right now, but it's not going to let you duplicate. So this is kind of what we have to do for now. Somehow I got an elbow in there. So now I can change this to level 6. It wouldn't, like, I can't have 2 levels that have the same name. So now I can go back and change this to level 7. So now we can connect, we can grab these columns and tell them that we want them to go from level 5 to level 6 and apply, and then they'll come down nice. So let's go ahead and grab the rest of them. Good thing you remembered how to create levels, huh? There we go. Our beautiful little itty bitty columns floating in the middle of nowhere. Okay, and you can see that level's been created, and all I need to do now is just go ahead and adjust this grip over here like that so it lines up with the rest of them. And there's our columns, and then I'm going to go ahead and mirror them on the other side. So I'm going to look at them in level 5. They're not showing up. Put them on level 4. Ooh, nothing's showing up. Let's grab them on level 1. Oh, I'm on the ceiling plan. That's why I can't see them. And because I can't see anything that's going on down there so low, I'll go ahead and create my underlay. Do my underlay level 1. There we go. Now I can see everything. And we'll go ahead and mirror them. And I'm going to draw the mirror line by the door. Okay. So there's our funky little columns. Now we'll probably move them down the road, but that's where we're going to place them for now. And then finally, I'm going to teach you how to draw some grid lines. And again, grid lines indicate how the stress is moving through and down and around a building. This will not really be your purview as an interior designer, but I'm going to show you how to draw them so that you know and that you can recognize them in a drawing if you ever see them. I'm going to go to the architecture tab and then I'm going to hit a grid line. And let's say that there's going to be a grid line down in the middle of this column. It's starting at a 2 because I created a grid line earlier and deleted it, but I can change it very easily. Now, we can also use grid lines by overwriting here. And grid lines are also used to indicate a quadrant of a building. So I can repeat these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way across the building and down this way so that if I need to direct somebody to an object, I can say, well, it's in the quadrant 1A. So what I'm going to do is place a couple more grid lines and then show you a screenshot so that you can mimic both the location of the little columns here and the grid lines here. Okay? Now remember, all you have to do to change the contents of a grid line is to double click on the inside and overwrite and hit enter.